Man, I can't wait. That Mario, man. Shit.
Yeah, what's going on, family? It's your boy, Puerto Rock 77, and we are back with another action-packed episode of 60 Frames No Lag. So yeah, we got some great topics tonight. I got some, the usual suspects, and back on demand. We got a returning champ here that blessed us with his presence again. But anyway, I'm excited. Sorry I couldn't do a podcast last week, but it was all about them Yankees. You know what I'm saying? And it's too bad they couldn't make it. But I'm proud of their season. But anyway, we ain't here for that, right? We're here for some games. We're here for some conversations. We got some of the most intelligent gamers out here right now in this podcast. And we're gonna run through who's here. And we're gonna first start up with Triple Cup Chuck. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's good with you, Puerto Rock? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for having me back up on here. You heard me? Everybody on the panel, I see y'all know y'all got y'all on mute because y'all know I'm finna bring it to y'all live, hard and direct. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the live chat, I see you. This your boy, Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up, and let's get it.
That's what's up. You ready to go in on these topics?
Man, it's going to be fire.
Okay, it's going to be flames. Fuego. All right. Then, of course, we got the pettiest gamer. You know what I'm saying? Multi-plat life. My man all day. What's going on, brother?
What's good? It's your boy all day with the AK. Man, ready to get these topics started, man. And Stranger Things too. Best exclusive.
When I saw the countdown, I got excited.
Right?
I was like, what?
Man, I'm telling you, bro, it's about to be lit, man.
Stranger Things too. That shit's gonna be hot. That's gonna be fun. But you ready? You ready to slay these topics?
Oh yeah, let's get it in.
I'm ready. And up next we got. What are you? You still the Pope, the Cardinal? I don't even know what you are these days. My man Craig, top flight security of the world. Craig, what's going on, brother?
What's going on? It's your holiness, the slayer of the 5% fruit booties in the Xbox community.
What?
Ready to get these topics going.
What did you just say? You say fruit booties?
Slayer of the 5% fruit booties.
Oh,
in the Xbox community.
Oh shit! This dude.
Hey, we have to come back to that one.
No, what? We're gonna have to, yeah. I don't know. We're gonna move on. All right, and we're up next. We got Mr. Gran Turismo himself. Yo, have you seen his Twitter pic? We got Kratos up in the house. This dude has like a $2,000 like racing setup in his house. Like, yo, it's like, hell, he's probably driving it right now. You can hear it in the background. He's
this motherfucker. Hey, he said
right now.
He sent me a fucking picture with a detachable 4 wheels on it. He just take that shit to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, my man got man. Anyway, this is my man, the God of War himself, J Dub City, aka Kratos. What's going on, brother?
Hey everybody, it's your boy J Dub, aka Kratos, the God of PlayStation. I'm in the house again with the panel. I'm ready to do it, man. Let's get these topics. You know what I'm ready to talk about.
Man, hell yeah. So it sounds like you're driving. Are you playing Gran Turismo Sport and shit? What the hell's going on here, man? What you doing?
Not yet, man. Just driving in traffic home. So
all right, brother. Hey, gentlemen, I'm glad you all showed up. I'm looking forward to these topics, and there's some great topics, and I'm glad. I can't think of anyone better. Missing Jay Fonzarelli, man. Shout out to Jay Fonzarelli. I know he's a busy man doing big things. Wish you would here, but shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're gonna start out with the Oh shit! What the hell's going on, man? What the hell's going on? Hold on. All right. So this is what I'm gonna do. Let me pick up the first topic. I lost my train of thought up in here. I'm so excited. I'm going crazy up in here. All right. So Capcom, right? That's the big thing. We're gonna hit this topic hard. We ain't gonna go light on this one. We're gonna go hard, fast, and heavy. All right. So apparently, rumor has it that Capcom is looking to be bought out by somebody. Maybe because they feel, we could tell a lot of games haven't been super successful. I think Resident Evil's been the only game that's been a really huge hit, and considering it's been 4 years, that's not a good thing. So they're looking to be bought out, right? Mm-hmm. So here's the question. I made a video recently of, my top 5, but for the sake of the podcast and longevity, timeliness, we're going to whittle it down to 3, all right? And we'll start with all day, all right? If Capcom were to be bought out, who would be your top 3 publishers you would like to see to buy out Capcom?
Oh man, like I don't know. They might even liquidize it like THQ. You know what I mean? And start auctioning the shit off.
Don't say EA, dog. Don't say EA, bro.
No.
See what they did to Visceral.
I think Sony would do it some justice to just keep it a buck. You know what I mean? All Sony. Fuck. EA would just make everything. You have to pay just start up the game. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I think Sony's don't. I mean, they in bed with Sony already, so it just seems like either fuck. Who else? Maybe fuck. It's kind of a hard one, bro. I don't really.
Right.
I don't really
How about?
man.
All right. We'll move on because I'm gonna ask a quick question. Unless somebody hits up on a triple cup. How about you? Top three publishers you would like to see that buy out Capcom and why?
All right, my top three first. I'm gonna say not Microsoft, only because if Microsoft were to try to buy them out, let's say if they sell some of their properties prior to like Street Fighter, let's say if Sony purchased Street Fighter and other companies purchased the some of their IPs, Microsoft try to buy the company, it just won't do them no justice. So I'm gonna just X them out. But a person, I mean, it's only one that
let's assume with all the IPs. Like they got like everything intact. Capcom 100% intact.
I still my number one choice. I still say Nintendo because it'll set a different tone for Nintendo. And for what I'm hearing about Nintendo, they want some grown folks games, and the best place to be able to get a lot of these titles just right off the bat, like would be straight out from Capcom because you can get like the
Resident Evil.
My man said like do that again, like what?
Yeah, I ain't doing it, man. No, I already know about that joke. It's just gonna come out quick, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like, okay, boom, you got Nintendo. They're gonna have the Resident, because they had the Resident Evil at one point in time on the GameCube, so it'll be a perfect fit for them. Then think about it, say you can play the Resident Evil on the Nintendo Switch and you can better be mobile with it. You know what I'm saying? They got the Street Fighters, they got I'm about to call it the Walking Dead, the Dead Rising. So you got your they got a matter of fact, Mega Man is Nintendo. I can't see Mega Man nowhere else but Nintendo. I mean, just think about it. Where else can Mega Man go? True. Not to Sony, not to Xbox, damn sure not to EA, not to Ubisoft, not to I mean, ain't none of the other companies could do Mega Man no justice besides for a Switch right now. So my number one choice would have to be for the Nintendo.
Okay, man, that's some real shit. And who would you be number two choice?
My number two choice, would have to be like somebody like 2K or I had to go with 2K. Because you know what I'm saying, they take care of they products and stuff like that. Because you know what I'm saying, you got on 2K, you got your old brands, then you got like Rockstar and stuff like that, where they could actually still be Capcom and do Capcom.
Okay, shit, you might get VC points in Mega Man if you fucking with 2K and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, my man Craig Harris. How about you?
I agree with Nintendo. I do think it would bring some needed change to their console. I agree with that. And I'm going to throw a wild card here. I'm going to say Guerrilla Games. Because now it would take a while to develop the games. I mean, that's one of the things, but I just think they seem to really do a good job of doing a little bit of, they seem to like to do a little bit of everything. And some have been better than the others, but I just think a studio like that could infuse some different ideas into some of that IP. I would say Nintendo first, though, especially, can you imagine walking around, with that Switch and playing some of those games that they've got? So I think that would be cool, too.
Okay. Who else? Is it just only Nintendo? Or anybody else? Let's say Nintendo. Who else?
Well, Microsoft. I mean, to me, because a lot of people are saying, "Hey, we're get some IPs, get some studios and things like that." Even if they were to split some stuff with somebody else, I think that would be good for their brand. They got a new console coming in 11 days or whatever it is. So yeah, that would be a cool announcement. Maybe beginning of the year or something like that to announce, hey, these games are coming in. Won't do nothing but help. Can't hurt. So just keep my fingers crossed. Maybe they can do a little something.
Okay, all right. Okay, so my man Kratos, what's going on, man? How about you? Who would you like to see?
Man, I'd like to see. To tell you the truth, I really like to see Sony get it all, and only because they will give it the time.
Here comes that nonprofit work.
No, seriously,
I'm playing. Go ahead.
Sony will do right by the company, by the IPs that they have. They're not gonna, they'll take it and put it on their indie circuit. They'll throw a lot of the different characters and stuff out there. They'll do right by it. I think Sony's in it for the long haul when it comes to gaming, and I think they will. I want to say Nintendo secondly, because they have the platform for it. Like Craig said, man, you throw it on the Switch as a handheld,
all of those IPs are going to sell like nuts.
Yeah.
Last but not least, the people who need it is Microsoft. They need it so desperately, but they've passed on the Hitman Studio. I think it's the Idios 3D or whatever.
Yeah.
They passed on so many companies right now, so many IPs that they could have did. I just don't see them taking care of it. I think they'll sit on it or they'll fumble it. So Sony number 1 and Nintendo number 2.
Okay. All right. So for me, I think and maybe it's a little bit of fanboy me, but I have my reasons. So I'm gonna be serious about this. I did mention my video Square Enix and Sega as my 5 and 4 choices. Reason being is this: for one, Square Enix, because Square Enix is everybody hear me? Scott.
Yeah, you good?
Okay.
You good?
All right. Okay. So I'll say Square Enix number 1 because they're probably one of the larger publishers out east. And I think by adding Capcom to their portfolio, they can rival the big guns of the West, like EA, Ubisoft, and Activision. Because we can't let those 3 just have everything. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else has to do something in at each match. And I think if Square Enix were to grab Capcom, all those IPs, Square Enix would take advantage, all right? My second choice was Sega. Because if you remember a couple of months back, Sega is invested $500 million into their IPs. They're bringing back old school IPs and stuff like that, right? So if they had these other classic IPs under their belt, Sega could come back really big, I mean, to include, besides, their IPs like Altered Beast, Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, now you include Mega Man, Strider, Resident Evil. They can have a huge portfolio and they could be a big gun in the industry again, right? As far as the first parties, I like the fact that if they were to buy it out, these games could have the attention to detail and quality because they'll be built specifically for their platforms. You know what I mean? Like if they fell under Nintendo, they'll have the quality because Nintendo as a first party, they put out good games. You know what I'm saying? As a first party, quality games, and I think Capcom could benefit from being part of Nintendo. For Microsoft, that's actually possibly the biggest mutual relationship because 1, they'll work with Microsoft money, but 2, Microsoft, this will help out Microsoft in a big way in terms of first party output. They would have access to a crap ton of IPs that could be worked on and pushed out onto the platform. You know what I mean? So I think Microsoft will hugely benefit. And I think it might make Xbox more attractive in the East because, of IPs like Resident Evil, Street Fighter, and Monster Hunter, those are very big titles out there. I think that it's not going to be like Nintendo, Sega big, but it's definitely going to be bigger than what they're used to. And then finally, Sony, only because I think Sony first parties has been doing a great job. Just, Sony gives their developers the freedom to do what they want. So I think if they bought Capcom, they'll fall under Sony's, first party family, but I think they'll still have the freedom to do what they want and make the games they want to make, but with the tools and the support of the Sony first party structure. You know what I'm saying? So that's who I look at with Capcom.
Exactly.
The one thing I don't want to see is if Capcom needs this lifeline, I hope somebody throws it, because if everybody be like, nah, we're not interested, this could be the end. Why you guys think about that? Like, let's say if nobody buys it and Capcom Studios just shuts down, that means everything is gone.
That's a bad look. Scary. That's terrible. That's terrible.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I've been playing Capcom since the early '90s, bro.
Imagine no more crucial. Imagine no more. That alone is like, what the fuck?
Here's the thing, though. Those guys are so far in debt. Even if they just took a couple of IPs and sold them, it wouldn't be enough money to save them. So they have to sell the whole thing, just in order to save face. So it's all or nothing. It's not going to be a let's part with some IPs and this or that. It's not going to be that way.
Oh man, that would be terrible. Because I'm talking, think of it. I mean, they have a lot. Bionic Commando. They have Mega Man, as we know, Onimusha, Power Stone, Resident Evil. Imagine no more Resident Evil. Like, done. Yeah. That's it.
I think Ninja Theory would be a good publisher too.
Yeah.
Ninja.
Oh, their development. Huh?
Yeah, their development studio.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to have deep pockets to.
It has to be a big company. I'll be honest. Before I see Capcom go,
if Microsoft if Microsoft takes fucking Capcom, bro, the only game they would produce is a fucking Dino Crisis.
Exactly.
Do some dumb shit like that.
It's gonna be Lost Planet.
No,
Dead Rising.
They gonna fuck with that.
That's the only thing they're gonna make. Dead Rising. Like,
Hey,
shit.
Hey, no, they could do it. If that was the case, it wouldn't be a Dead Rising. They'll implement Dead Rising in their what's the zombie game that they have now that's coming out next year.
Well,
State of Decay 2.
Yeah, State of Decay 2. Now just imagine like not the last Dead Rising, but 3.
Yeah.
4 was too colorful. But
they'll use the engine and shit like that.
They could use that and just upgrade it like that.
Yeah, but honestly, when you think about it, bro, Capcom has a lot of IPs.
Yo, it's
A lot.
Strider.
You know what I mean? So they need to tighten up.
Strider's another one I'm thinking of.
Strider, yeah, that could get rebooted and be a full-fledged game. I think the last one was an indie title, right? It was more like a 2D side scroller, right? The last one.
Shit, Capcom like damn near produced all the games back in the 90s.
Yeah, so
man, it'd be sad to see them go. I mean, that just kind of hit me, man. You know when somebody die and you don't want, it don't hit you right then. I don't want to see them go.
All the quarters I plunked into those arcade games back in the day. Those are, all those games. That's tough. I hope somebody steps in to do something. So keep my fingers crossed.
Yeah, because I think overall as gamers, if we lose Capcom, that's a big blow. That's a lot of potential IPs people are looking forward to. Devil May Cry is another one. Oh man, I'm about to.
To keep it real with you, bro, like they've been kind of on the decline since Tekken versus Street Fighter, Cross Tekken. I mean, that's what they've been on the slope.
Did they do Monster Hunter? I mean, I don't know.
Monster Hunter's supposed to be coming out soon, next year.
Yeah, in January, I think, or February.
They really need that. And you know what? I'll be honest. I think that game's gonna sell huge.
I think it's gonna do well.
I think it's gonna be huge.
Because it's popular in the East like crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think it's going to be huge. And now that it's on more than one platform, because I think it was only on the Wii or the Wii U or some shit for a while. 3DS, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think now that's going to be bigly. All right? Yeah. So we killed this topic. Let's move on to the next one. I'm going to throw this one in real quick. Let's talk about Sunset Overdrive. All right? And I know the chat's lighting up. Let's talk about that. All right. So someone asked Insomniac if there was any plans to release Sunset Overdrive 2 because they love it. It was amazing. And Insomniac actually answered the mail and said, hey, all we need is a publisher and we could do it. So now, obviously this game was exclusive to Microsoft. They published it, right? Do you guys have any thoughts and any reason? I mean, I'm pretty sure money's involved, but what's holding Microsoft back from greenlighting, publishing this game again? I mean, was it really that much of a failure financial wise? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think it sold like $1 million, right?
Yeah,
it when there was only 10 million,
but it wasn't enough for them to greenlight it again.
Let's face the facts, guys. I think we need to come to no, seriously, we need to come to terms.
All right,
we're gonna have to come to terms that Microsoft does not want to be invested in anything physical, whether it's a studio, whether it's a whole group of people. They just want to be able to purchase a game and call it a day. This is why they have shut down all their studios. They've closed, all that stuff, and they only have 3 of them, 3 to 4 of them, if you include mine.
Yeah, but publishing this game doesn't mean they're buying Insomniac. They're just
that'd be right up what you're talking about. What they normally do then. They'd be like them paying them to make a game for them.
Yeah. This is just to publish it. This is not to buy it or to buy the studio.
Here's the thing, though. You can't ask for sequels. First one, and everybody is screaming, "We want part 2. We want part 2." And Phil Spencer's like, "Oh, the first one. Why would I do that?"
But the game sold $1 million, though. I mean,
yeah.
But listen.
I mean, every game. Here's one thing: if Phil expects. I'll put it this way. Let's say Phil, Shannon Lofton's, or whoever. If somebody expects that in order to greenlight a sequel, it needs to sell 5-6 million, that ain't gonna happen, dog. You just that's crazy.
That's Microsoft's MO, man. Even that's their MO. That's what they do. If it's not a hit, they get rid of it. They cut that shit.
I mean, I look at it more like percentage wise, because the Xbox was at 10 million at the time when the game came out, and it sold over 1 million. So that's like 1 out of every 10 people that had an Xbox purchased the game. I mean, to me, that's a success. I mean, because if they would have had 100 million consoles out there, that mean they would have sold 10 million copies of this game. So I think they're gonna get it. I think like right now, it's not really about Microsoft. They just kind of like shooting it out there in the air. It's more about, okay, right now they fully invested in making Spider-Man. I mean, why would they try to greenlight a game and put money behind the game knowing they're not going to mess with this game right now because they fully invested in something else? Maybe in the near future when they finish Spider-Man and Spider-Man come out, and then they say, okay, y'all got the time and opportunity to do it because we not going to get platinum gamed again.
Yeah.
When we know y'all got nothing but time to work on this game, that's when they probably do it. But I don't think they're going to mess with it right now. So they could shoot it down there like, oh, we just waiting for a publisher. That's just to try to get Microsoft to throw them money right now, but Microsoft don't have to do that because they know when it's time they'll be able to get the game. Now, if it go multiplayer, I'm a person share the wealth. If the PlayStation community want to get this game, that's cool with me. Like how they do a lot of other games. It don't have to be a console exclusive, but if it's a console exclusive, you know what I'm saying, that's cool. You know what I'm saying, another game in the books for the Xbox. But if not, it's cool either way it go. I know it's gonna get a sequel because that game now, everybody talks about this game. This is one of the most anticipated games that could be making a sequel. That was a big AAA blockbuster game.
All right. Hey, all day. What
Right
you think
now,
about
right-
Oh, no, go ahead, Kratos.
Right now, Microsoft needs games. They can't be picky. They need to get whatever they can to get it out the door right now. And this is right. This is right for them. If they don't do it, then I mean, I don't know, man. That's just sad if they don't do it.
Yeah. All day. What you think about this?
You know what? I didn't really give a fuck about the game. I didn't really care about it too much. But hey,
you said because it's like a fake jet.
Yeah, it's whatever, bro. The game's it's a wash for me. But a lot of people, a lot of friends and family that I know, you know, they enjoyed the game. So just by that alone, Microsoft, like I said, like Kratos said, you can't be picky, bro. You need something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Period. You need something. So pick it on up, publish it again. I mean, you're not losing nothing.
Yeah.
And you might, who gives? You just need something under the arsenal. You know what I mean? Like you can't just let that shit go. And people are, and already, even if the people who did like it, people that's not really into the gaming, you know, the gaming journalism like we are, they might be looking out for a sequel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And little do they know, it might not be coming. You know what I mean? So I think they need to grab it, bro. I mean, like I said, I don't give a fuck about the game, but I know a lot of people that do. So Microsoft, it'll be a good chess move if they get it, man. For real.
Here's another thing. You since the release of Sunset Overdrive, it's been like 2 years. It came out in 2014, so it's been like 3 years. So you have a whole new crowd of gamers that bought the Xbox One. So their taste must be like, you know, they may not have bought Sunset Overdrive because sometimes when a gamer buys a new console, they just buy everything from that point on, and they don't really go to the backlog. They want all the new latest shit. So they'll probably buy a Sunset Overdrive 2 and be like, "Damn, I missed out on something good," and they'll go back and play 1.
You know, my thing is too. It's like, you know, that game when I first seen it, like in 2013, I think, or 2014, whenever it came out 2014, right?
2013. It came out 2014.
Yeah, 2014.
Okay, they showed a trailer at the E3 2013, right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So when I first seen it, I thought, like, honestly, this is my honest to God truth. I thought that was a new franchise for Microsoft.
Oh, why?
You know
Because the way they presented it.
The way they presented it, like this is our new, and then you know what? It could have been. You know what I mean? It could have been the new face of Microsoft, not the new face, but a new, part of the Xbox family.
Like PS3, like PS4 is infamous.
Exactly.
You know, it's not the super big game, but it's a well-known good game.
It's under the umbrella.
Yeah,
you know
it's the umbrella. Yeah.
So that'd have been dope. You know what I mean? Even if I don't like it, there's a lot of people that do.
Yeah, that's how you bring diversity. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because not everybody likes Halo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. Not everybody likes Halo Gears, but they like other games. You know, that's where the diversity comes in.
And that was that other game. That was the other game.
That was that other game. Some people like that platforming stuff. What you think about this, Craig? The Pope of Xbox?
Yeah, I really hope that. I mean, this surprised me. I saw this kind of pop up, and I thought it was clickbait as far as an article earlier. But I'm surprised Microsoft does not want to try to publish this. Maybe they're working something out behind the scenes. I do know that the Spider-Man game is like 80% done. We should see an actual trailer in the movie theaters when Black Panther comes out. But they've got. I agree with Kratos. They've got to publish this game again just to get a diverse lineup back out there. They're really counting on a lot of their older IP, which is fine. I'm not knocking that, but this would help bring different people into the masses. And I agree with Cup here. because even if it's multi-plat, that's fine too. That's fine too. So, but wouldn't that be something else if Sony published that game?
Yeah,
That's
that's
another
man.
thing.
I mean,
That's
but you can't. They ain't gonna be able to do that because of the people with the PlayStation. They had to come back and get the first one. That'll kind of like break up the whole game, the whole concept of the game, because it's like you watching a movie from one perspective, but you know what I'm saying, missing a whole different side.
Yeah.
I think now that it got a ground foundation now, that the first one was out, you know, people ain't never heard of it. So a lot of people are skeptical. Now it's a known name. Well, I think that a sequel will sell at least 3 times the amount just off the name alone now.
And to kind of piggyback off of what Porter Rock said, I mean, a lot of people that didn't get to play the first game, and since now the Xbox Game Pass offers Sunset Overdrive inside of it, I do believe, you know, a lot of more people will be trying it out, you know, for the holidays and so on and so on. So,
yeah, that's exactly, especially if they take, you know, they actually publish it and they start advertising it, people could be like, damn, this is Sunset Overdrive true? Well, hell, let me look at one. Let me check that out then before this one comes out. You know, it could be, yeah. So that's a good point. You know, let's hope this game could come out for those that enjoy it one way or another. We'll see who picks up the publishing rights. All right. So next topic, we're gonna talk about digital fuckery, foundry, pony foundry, all this. So last week, and we already. Well, I'm not gonna beat the topic of Shadow War. We all saw, and many of us already talked about, you know, how Shadow War, the comparisons, and the recent comparison of GT5 Forts and stuff like that. This is the topic I want to talk about. It's funny, and within the same week, like literally, it happened like it was like 2-3 days apart, right? Shadow War comes out, Digital Foundry does their, you know, their assessment and stuff like that, comparison, and obviously the Shadow War version is superior. You know, the Xbox One X has a superior version. If anybody doesn't realize that by now, I don't know what to tell you. You know, it's a more powerful platform. So chances are this is not going to be the last time we're going to see, advantages on the One X being the better version, right? And everybody was cool with it. Well, really, the Xbox, you know, family was cool with it. PlayStation family had their issues with it, right? You know, Microsoft paid money, all this shit. You know the routine, right? But it seemed like within 24 hours, when Digital Foundry did the GT Forza, and keep in mind, Digital Foundry didn't say that Gran Turismo Sport overall looks better. They just gave nods to certain features, just certain things that GT Sport does better compared to IMPC. They didn't say the overall game looked better. It just said certain things was done better. Like the car modeling specifically has a higher polygon count, was done better. Certain backgrounds was done better. You know, just certain things was done better. And now we back to Digital Foundry doesn't mean shit. Here's my question. And here's my thing. I understand the fanboys who talk shit and troll, but I seen podcasts had serious conversations about this, and I'm wondering, are these people are not self-aware how quick they turn off the switch on whether something counts or when it don't count? It's one thing to be on Twitter and talk shit, you know, pop shit, you know, get your troll on, you know, get some triggering people. I understand that. I understand that part of the game. But when you have conversations and you're seriously turning on the switch, turning it off when you feel like it, don't they know that they look kind of ridiculous? Watch our players feel about that.
Look, it's Coke and Pepsi, bro. Period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It ain't nothing to sit here and have some fucking elaborate conversation about. None of that, bro. Like, some things will stand out, some things won't. I mean, fuck, it was just the fucking dashboard. The cockpit does look good, and that's great. That's what the Forza can step up their game next year when they make another game. Like, bro, the shit is healthy. It's super healthy.
I'm gonna tell you though, it just shows you how emotional this console war is to these guys. Did
you see the air conditioning?
Even when you know,
you can feel the wind, you can feel the wind blowing, you can feel the wind blowing, the AC on full.
Think about it, guys. Think about it. They have the most.
You feel the AC coming out the console.
Go ahead, Kratos.
When you have the most powerful console, that's a W. When you have, you know, the better running version of the multiplats, that's a W.
Right.
Yeah.
You have all these W's, and you focus on this one L.
No, like, listen.
This one damn L.
It didn't, like, the Digital Foundry didn't say the game looked better than Forza overall. They didn't say that. They just gave certain things like the car modeling, the trees in the background, you know, certain little things, a little bit of the lighting. They just gave certain small features that, you know, Polyphony Digital clearly put their focus on, you know. Yeah. And that's it. It was just small things. It wasn't like they said, oh, my God, GTS at 1800p looks much better than. They didn't do that. They just had certain things.
Yeah, but Rock, this is, let me say this real quick. This is where it really hurts. And, I mean, I can't lie, man. I can't lie to you and tell you that it's not funny. It was the mere fact that Forza 7 was running on a high-end PC with 4K and ultra settings and still got beat out by the Pro.
Well, not the whole game. Not the whole game. Just certain features.
Well, I get it. I get it. But if you look at it, the more features and more stuff went to GT Sport than it did Forza. Mind you, both of the games are beautiful. Both of the games are good. You know, they're great. But it's just that these guys, they see what they want to see, and if they consider it an L, then it's back to being Pony Foundry.
But now here's the thing. On the flip side, on the flip side though, when Digital Foundry did their thing of Shadow War, some PlayStation fans wasn't feeling that review, and that's my point too. Like, if you're gonna listen to Digital Foundry, you gotta take all of it. It's not pick and choose when they're right and when they're wrong, because that's not how it works. Because look at the real thing is Digital Foundry, they use test equipment to get the data that they need, and they just talk about the data that they got. That's really what Digital Foundry really is. You know, the frame rates, polygon counts, lighting, particle effects, these are just factual information. This is not opinions. They're just telling you, if they say, hey, Gran Turismo Karts has higher polygon counts than Forza and that's what results in more detail, that's not an opinion. That's a fact. If what you call it, if the same people with their testament go, Shadow War Xbox One X version has 4K textures, which looks better than the PS4 Pro version, that's not an opinion. They're just telling you what their test equipment is showing them.
Yeah, you know real fast, Porter Rock. Let me say this real fast, because I this has to come off the chest here.
Oh shit!
It's the fact that when you say high-end PC, all we've been hearing is 6 T-flops. The beast is coming, and nothing 1800p should look better according to these guys. Now I understand, and I'm a big fan of another YouTuber who has said, do you really think a first-party Sony IP is going to look worse than a third-party Xbox game? I mean, that's a legitimate statement to ask. Even a shout out to another Xbox guy that went to Warsaw, Poland, got hands-on with the Xbox X and said, look, the best games he saw over there was Forza 7 and was Detroit Become Human. Again, first-party games for both these consoles. But Kratos is right. Me and Kratos were playing GT Sport last night. He was kind of giving me like a tutorial. And Kratos, for all you all who don't know, he's racing, I think, is it November 4th or 5th in the actual GT tournament, I think. Oh, so we're just playing the game.
Games and shit.
Yeah, we're playing the game. We're having fun. There are people in the chat section when you're streaming, Xbox guys bitching about the game, literally just bitching because this game does this a little bit better. I'm like, look, this game, the car handles better. It has, it just does handle better than Forza. It's just the truth. I mean, it is a simulator, and instead of just saying both games look great, everybody can go enjoy both games or whatever, they're bitching. And it's not all of them. It's 5% of these front row riders. Just take the L. You're right, Porter Rock. If you're going to say Digital Foundry is your king on Tuesday or Wednesday when Shadow War came out, that's fine. But I've said before, it's going to do a little bit more. So here's a game that Sony has that runs just as good, if not better. Like you said, it has some features on there that do look better. And who knows, the Xbox, maybe that PC they use wasn't. But there's another thing that's out right now for the game coming out Friday, the big one, Assassin's Creed, running side by side. And my brother looked at this video, and he's a firefighter. He don't give two damns about how many pixels are in the thing. He's a trained observer. He thought the pro version looked better. That's his opinion.
That's a pony right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Non-profit work. All this non-profit work going around here. No, but let me say this.
I'm just saying this. It's just a matter of opinion. I do agree with what you said, Porter Rock. Bottom line, either you're going to accept Digital Foundry as a whole, or you're going to cherry pick. And the only people that are cherry picking are these front row riders. That's it.
On both sides, though. On both sides, though.
On both sides, absolutely. On both sides. So
I'm gonna say this though, people, especially on my PlayStation brethren, they just better get used to if you guys, for the ones that support the pro and all that, because me, I don't give a shit. I'm sticking. I'm low level life. That's how we do here. But on the real, Shadow War is not going to be the only example of superior version. Y'all better get used to that because there's going to be a lot of multiplats that's just going to be better on the 1X. Like, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna just say this now. Stand by for when Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out, because I'm not even gonna log on to the internet that week. That shit's gonna be unbearable. I'm not even gonna do it. I'll be like, yo, my timeline is gonna be flooded. Oh man, it's gonna be ridiculous. But that's just the reality. It's more powerful hardware. But all right,
it's coming out a year later. And they targeted exactly what they said. Hey, we want to try to hit 4K, not 4K native, like these front row riders said, 4K, whether that be through dynamic, sparse, or checkerboarding, and some native. So they're able to do that. I think this is celebratory news, and yet they're bitching. That's what I don't understand. What are you complaining about? What is left to complain about? Go buy your games. Don't talk about Laura Crosshair. Go buy them. Go play the games.
I mean,
I just don't get.
I give an example, Craig. Now look, how you were saying about like the Forza and the GT, right? Yeah. Now let's say Digital Foundry, and they did it the comparison, and they pinpointed certain elements that was better on the Pro, right? But the whole concept of it is that they're gonna take something and they're gonna narrow down to pinpoint these features that's better on the Pro, and they'll say, well, the Xbox X version is not out. You can't even compare that on that. You got a PC that's pretty much like a four and a possible, like you playing Spade, that it might be how it's gonna be or might not. But at the same time, you're not pinpointing the things that the Forza is doing better, and like the whole thing, which one drive better. I mean, that's pretty much personal opinion, you know what I'm saying, for preference. So you might say, well, this plays better, this plays better. Some people like the DualShock controller, some people might like the Elite controller. It just depends on how you like your hand configuration to go. So that's more of an opinion piece. So that's gonna never change. And like you said, you got your opponents, you got your Xbox, they're gonna keep going back and forth regardless of the situation. And the whole thing about the whole power is gonna be a thing, because of one of my favorite games was Quantum Break, and Quantum Break got shit on just because of the pixel count. And when I seen Quantum Break, I ain't care nothing about no 900, 720p, 4K, or 1080p. When I seen that game, I was like, man, this game here is amazing. This game
it looked like Vaseline, bro.
And man, the game looked good. You tripping. Quantum Break looked good.
Dude said,
I call that smudge break, bro.
Oh man, this dude is.
Well, I did.
That smudge break. That was called photorealistic. Sometimes your eyeballs can't see all the pixels.
That's called glaucoma, nigga.
That's called, you need bifocals. Some bifocals.
That game looks like shit.
I'm gonna look forward to playing that. I'm gonna play it. I'm looking forward to play it. Here, before we move on, listen. The Xbox dudes, you got your Forza, you know what I'm saying? Long-time franchise, and you guys enjoy it. PlayStation, ponies, you got your Gran Turismo, you guys are enjoying that. But I think we could all agree on one thing, whether it's Forza or Gran Turismo, racing games suck. Right? You agree? Cool. Next topic. All right?
Get out of here. Get out of here.
No one gives a fuck.
I don't keying somebody's cars, huh?
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Pay $60. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers pay $60 to drive the same Lambo on the same Nuremberg track. Man, get out of here. You bugging. Hey, next topic.
Man, gas prices going up. We got to drive some type of way.
All right, we're gonna talk about and this is good, interesting. The Fall of NeoGaf. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, you can't make this shit up. All right, so NeoGaf, huge popular site. NeoGaf. I remember NeoGaf's been popping since the PS2 days. That's how long I go back to NeoGaf. But I was never part of it. But I heard and read, forums and tweets, all that. Not tweets because Twitter's around. But NeoGaf was popping even going back then to the early 2000s, right? But anyway, but I never really cared because they were mad stuck up. Like if you said the one wrong thing, they would like bang you. And I'm like, I can't mess with that, Especially when I have to get my troll on. I couldn't fuck with that, right? But anyway, so the site owner is being investigated for sexual harassment. And this sexual harassment is like spreading like a disease, bro. Movie industry, video game industry, now the music industry.
Ex-presidents.
Yo,
ex-presidents.
Yeah, they got George Bush. They got George H.W. Bush today.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Donald Trump grabbing by the pussy.
He's been under investigation for that, but right now, man, it's George H.W. Bush. He apologized to a chick that
he joined the senior.
Snap. And also, as a Bill O'Reilly, he paid $32 million in a settlement.
Yeah,
for like 8. Yeah. Yo, it's getting ridiculous. So, all right. So the site got shut down because for a while, I think it's back up, but under construction. But moderators and people try to talk about the site, and the site owner was blocking everything. So all the moderators got mad. They all left. So there was nobody to moderate. Then it became a Wild Wild West up in there. So the site owner had to shut it down. A lot of crazy shit. But what's interesting is 90% of the reaction wasn't so much about the sexual harassment, was more about the toxic nature of NeoGaf, primarily towards the Xbox, right? I made a video saying, hey, NeoGaf has fallen, but the Xbox hate lives on. Because let's all be honest. The hate isn't the site. The site
it's a breeding ground for the idiots.
Yeah, bro. It's the people. So now the people are still there. They're just gonna move on somewhere else. Do people not realize this? Like the hate didn't go away. It's gonna be rebirthed somewhere else. What do you guys think about that? Like the Xbox hate that this shit goes on.
Oh man, it's just I just think that's the type of energy that site fueled.
Yo,
you know what I mean? So even if someone felt like that, they would attract more of that same type of viewpoints and the way of thinking, and it just exploded into a hate form. So, I mean, fuck them all. I don't give a fuck. The site was out. I mean, it's 2017. You niggas still on forums? Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? So, fuck NeoGaf. Next.
What do you think about
is everything dying?
No, now it's under construction. So, which means they're looking for moderators.
Yeah.
I'll moderate that shit.
That's your death wish.
You know how many people will probably come to my channel when they found out I was a moderator? But I'll be attracting mad hate though. Fuck you, Puerto Rico. You close down my damn thread. I'll be like, banned. You know what I'm saying? Well, you fellas think have any of you partaken in the festivities of NeoGaf?
I haven't. I'm not. Nobody understand what they do over there.
Nobody wants to. Yo, it's like the Spice Girls album. Nobody admitted they bought it, but somehow they sold 10 million.
Shit.
Oh shit!
Oh, look at you!
Oh shit! This motherfucker had that shit live in the air. It's just interesting, but let me put it this way: everybody says fuck NeoGaf, but there's some people who are actually like hurt. Like they genuinely hate that site. Like, yo, don't go to it. I didn't go, even though the site was primarily pro Sony, I never really went to that site. Because I just didn't care, because that site's always been like stuck up, all bougie and shit for like decades. So I never really liked that about that community. You understand? So I didn't care what they did. It didn't bother me. I didn't follow what they did. But why do people who truly hate that site still pay attention to it? I don't.
Well, I mean, I think. I've got a theory. What's a hypothesis? Bring it to a theory thing. But actually, I think it's because you do have people who believe that the media somehow influence what people bought are going to. And NeoGaf, like the Oracle was saying here earlier, it's a breeding ground. I guess that's hilarious. And when you have that, plus you have people thinking it's already biased, and
it just fuels it more, bro.
Oh, yeah, you fuel it more. Yeah, like you said, the hate. You said NeoGaf is dead. but the Xbox hate continues, Porter Rock. Those are your words. So,
Yeah, the hate will live forever.
The hate's gonna live forever.
One thing that I'll probably miss is there's a bunch of insiders that used to frequent NeoGaf, and they used to break all the new news and rumors and everything else. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we found out dealing with the Xbox and the PlayStation and stuff like that was broke through NeoGaf. I mean, it was used for that underground method.
I would say that those few instances where things broke out, and some developers spilled the beans on stuff, I would say the few times NeoGaf did that was cool.
Yeah.
So we'll miss that part, but for the most part, I really didn't care about NeoGaf. That's just, I don't know. All right, we'll move on to the next topic, and this one's a good one. I like this one. So, Xbox One X will enhance 360 and OG Xbox compatible titles, right? This triggered some community, which I'll get this. I'll put my 2 cents. I don't understand why there will be any hate toward this. It's a free thing, right? And Sony would be crazy not to do this themselves, because this is how I see it. And I'll relate this to my phone. There's a reason why I'm never gonna buy a Galaxy. Not saying that Galaxy and Android is bad. It's not at all. In fact, a lot of the features they get first, and iPhone gets it like 2-3 years later. Yeah. I'll admit that. But the reason why I'm not leaving iPhone, because it has everything I bought going back to 2010, day one. Everything it carries over from model to model, So imagine with Xbox, right? Starting with that One X, every Xbox you buy, everything you invest, every game, every app, whatever, goes with you on your new Xbox, and it gets enhanced with every iteration. You never lose what you invested, ever. You'll never lose it. Imagine that on PlayStation. Every PlayStation game you bought, you never lose it, and it gets enhanced with every iteration of PlayStation you buy. So when you buy the PlayStation 5, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, all those games gets enhanced for 5. When you buy the PlayStation 6, all those games gets enhanced for 6. So it will be at the best possible enhancement that you can possibly do in that console. So your whole what Microsoft did, in my opinion, is they actually truly created. Now they truly created an ecosystem that stays with you. Because no matter what you buy, it's with you forever, and it gets better over time with every iteration of console.
Listen, here's the thing, man. Once I buy a game and I beat it, I don't care about that game anymore. That doesn't entice me to spend any more money, or that doesn't buy me any more goodwill. What I care about is new games that's coming in, new experiences that I haven't played. Do I really want to go and play a PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4 games after the PlayStation 5 come out? No. But again, I keep my old consoles for, that kind of value. If I ever want to go and play Gran Turismo 1 on the PlayStation 1, I can go do that. But how many times have I ever did that? Maybe one time in freaking 15 years. I could care less about it.
Let me say.
Hey, you
Shadow Colossus.
You going Super Saiyan?
Yeah, you broke up. Can't hear you.
I'm biting.
Yeah.
All right, let me back out. I'll come back.
You good? You good now?
Oh, we good now? Oh shit! All right.
Yeah,
All right. Man, my man Phil Spencer thought I was gonna say some shit, so he was stopping. No, let me ask this question. Let me ask this question. Let me throw this retort out. Then what's the point of Shadow of Colossus coming on PS4? Then what's the point?
It's a remake of the game. It's not
just. But if you beat the game, then why would you want to play it again?
Yeah, if you already played.
You didn't hear me what I said. It's a remake. It's a difference between a remaster than a remake.
It's a remake. It's from the ground up.
Yes.
Oh yeah, but here's the thing though. The game doesn't change though. They didn't add new levels or anything. It's the same game.
No. It's you guys are not hearing me. Just because the name is Shadow of Colossus does not mean it's the exact same game. I mean, it's the difference between a remaster. A remaster is the exact same game.
Yeah.
It's the Last of Us remaster is the exact same game. A remake
It's just like, you know,
Hey, you think about a reimagination, not
but here's the thing, though.
It's
From
kind
the
of like
videos I've seen,
like the new Ratchet and Clank.
yeah. But here's the thing. But here's the thing. From what I seen, I didn't see anything different from the new videos.
I didn't either.
I didn't see anything different.
It looks amazing.
Listen,
it looks smoother. It looks better.
They showed us a 20-second video showing us about Shadow of Colossus. It's not what was on the PlayStation 2, which a lot of people didn't even play in the first place.
Yeah.
It's a remake.
But so what's the differences? Besides graphics and better looking, what is the gameplay difference that they did?
Well, we don't know because we don't have it yet. It's just like, what's the difference between Final Fantasy VII remake that they have coming out?
Okay, yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be different. I'll be honest. I don't think so. I think it's a remake from the ground up, but they're gonna do the same exact shit as Shadow Colossus.
Yeah, well,
I always said from day one, Shadow Colossus was a game too big for PS2.
Well, here, okay. Well, let me pose this question then for the Rock. Okay, Microsoft is selling a $500 console.
Yeah.
And so far, its only job is to take all the old games that you've already played and beat and upscale them to 4K.
That's not the only job.
Listen, that's pretty much right now because they don't have any new exclusives or anything coming in the meantime. But I'm just saying the general purpose of this game. This is what they're advertising.
But here's the thing. I mean, I get your point. It's going upscale. You're making me look like crap gamer here. Let me here's my point. Man, shit. Here's what I'm trying to say. All right. This is bigger than Xbox One X. I don't think nobody understands this. This is something that's going to stay with Xbox forever. That means Project Pisces will enhance every game.
No.
Project Sagittarius will have this. This is something that is now part when you buy an Xbox console. Everything that you invest in is just pretty much like PC. You buy a game on PC, it stays with you forever. Like how many people buy a $1,000 video card and now they want to boot up Half-Life 2 to see how it looks now?
Exactly.
That's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Oh, you might have had a chance to finish playing the game, and now you can come back to it, and now you got a jerk just shoot through your body and say, "Oh, let me go back and play this game." And now you back into the game, and you get more fun into the game, and you can actually play the game and beat the game. You can have games. Your backlog could be amazing now. You ain't got to worry about it. It could be for years when you can come back and play it now.
Who want to play? I don't know, guy. I just don't find any hype in that. Who wants to play the old outdated shit that you? I mean, shouldn't you want to? Listen,
like some of the outdated stuff look good now, like KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. That looks really good.
This past weekend, I'm going to tell you guys. This past weekend, I hooked my Dreamcast up. I hooked it up to my Elgato, and I recorded some footage, and I played it. I played it for about 5 minutes, and I couldn't stand it. I said,
that shit didn't date well, bro.
Yeah,
but a lot of the stuff don't date well unless they change the motions and they change stuff about it to fit the current hardware. It's the same reason why Sony's that whole streaming game thing, nobody cares about that because it's like
that's a whole different monster.
Yeah.
That shit's garbage. Let me say this real fast as somebody that when I saw them, and I think this is a good thing. I really championed this yesterday. I did a podcast yesterday. I'm really excited for this because they're going to have two of my favorite games I saw on that list, Oblivion and Fallout 3. Now, I spent a combined anywhere from 280 to 350 hours combined with those two games. The fact that I can go back, and if Microsoft can do something with Oblivion as far as the load times, because on the 360, the load times were garbage. I mean, you were in load screens for a long time. So if that's going to be 4K, I will go ahead, and I'm going to wait and see what the build is like. But that sold me the Xbox X. That alone, because that's close to 350 hours of gameplay, I can go back and play. Plus, with Fallout 3, I can go ahead and re-kill a giant rat in the sewer in 4K. And I can do it on Fallout now, and I'll be able to do it in Metro, so I'm happy. But for me personally, it's somebody who was kind of like, I'll wait to make sure they're going to have more content. This is them providing more content, and you don't have to be online to play Fallout 3 nor Oblivion. So for me personally, this was a grand slam. out of the park. This was Judge going yard, for the Yankees. For me, I thought, wow, this is really good. Now I have to wait and see what else they're going to bring, because they can bring more. Because now I got hope for a Mass Effect trilogy remaster in 4K, because we know they're not getting the new one. So I'm excited, guys. For me, this was.
I think it can only get better if they patch all those games with achievement support. Oh man!
Oh, that'd be. I know. On top of that, y'all ain't mentioned about what if a person haven't played one of them old, like Ninja Gaiden. Man, just imagine if somebody haven't played the game. Say, "Oh, I've been wanting to play that game," or they missed out, or they was too young at the time, and now they finally had the opportunity to play the game, or they just could just put it up
and this also supports game collectors.
Yeah. Look at another thing. Look at it. Triple. Good point. The OG Xbox only sold like 25 million. So there's a lot of Xbox dudes that never played Ninja Gaiden Black. A lot.
Yeah. Republic, but see, those games are still going to be in 4.3 format, and I don't know how that's going to translate.
Aaron Greenberg, he mentioned a specific game that is going to be full widescreen. So like this system that they're using is going to like enhance the games like all out, like full widescreen support, improve 4K resolution, just like make the game look good. 60 frames, like it will make the experience much better. It's kind of like PC. Let me introduce my man, Supersonic Wolf. He joined the panel. It's about to get live from London.
Yo, what's up, man? What's up, panel? What's up, everyone on the chat?
What's down with you,
here, man?
Yo, hit the like button if you like Supersonic Wolf. Hit the like button if you hate him.
Yo,
either way, just hit the damn like button. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, go ahead. Nah, chilling, man. There's been so much great news happening this week, man.
Shit. So what you think?
On all platforms.
All right. So what you think about this enhancement of Xbox games and OG Xbox games?
Well, the 360 stuff, I don't really care about it, to be perfectly honest. We did the Halo 3 stuff or whatever. To those who do, cool. We already have the Master Chief Collection anyway.
You just reminded me of topic on my ad. Go ahead. No, keep going.
No, I'm just saying we had the Master Chief Collection for all of that.
Okay.
But the Fallout, the Assassin's Creed, okay, cool. The OG Xbox games, that blew me away. Because when I saw the gameplay of Ninja Gaiden, like, I don't remember it ever looking like that on the OG Xbox. Especially with the 4x3 display, and it just looked really blurry. You couldn't really see the detail until this new update came, right? With the visual improvements, and you could see the textures and everything. You see the clarity right there and the detail on Ryu Hayabusa's suit and everything. You just see it. So I was kind of blown away, and the frame rate is really stable. And they said that it'll look even better on the X. So you got to give him credit where credit is due, because when it comes down to Sony, and look, I ain't trying to spark war or anything like that, but I'm gonna say that Sony do the exact same thing in a way with their PS2 classics, but they charge for it.
Well, and one thing I will say is that you can now, once these games come out, because I don't know if they've got launch dates. I know they're doing them, so that's great news. But I can now say to the people in my podcast, it's now the value is $500, because you can go back and now play some of these older games in this ecosystem. So for me, it's all about value. And if I can go back and play like Ray saying about Ninja Gaiden or Knights of the Old Republic, and then move up to an Oblivion or Fallout, and you still throw in your Forzas and like that. The other one that they're doing, Shitfire, Gears of War. If you want to go back and play that, that's value. Now you're looking at value. So
not only value, Craig, but also convenience. You don't have to pull out your old console and plug it in your entertainment center just to play it. It's all there in one system.
Can I ask you guys this question?
Yeah.
Do you think with all this backwards compatibility stuff, do you think that's to the detriment of new games and new IPs? And
no.
Do you think they're like, well, since we're lacking in that area, we'll just keep giving these guys the older stuff, and that should tie them over?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. Here's my thing.
I think this was always their plan, bro.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, listen. Me liking this feature is not excusing them for their first party woes, because that's a separate topic. But I think this is something I seriously think Sony needs to do this because we're living in a world. We're living in a world where people are used to carrying the stuff they purchase onto the newer hardware. I mean, perfect example is the iPhones and the Galaxies and all that. They're used to buying it and not losing it. The age of consoles, I'm not saying the age of generational consoles is over, but I think the age of buy a new console and you could just, when you buy the next one, you could just completely forget everything that you own. I don't think that's going to fly no more. I don't think we live in that world no more. I think people are going to expect everything they invested in to follow them, especially those that are digital buyers. They're going to want their digital library to follow them. They don't want to go back and a studio with five.
You guys are forgetting about the beginning of this generation and how we complained and whined that the guys kept giving us remaster after remaster after remaster after remaster and not focusing on new games and new IPs.
That's different.
And now, we're saying, well, going forward, I just feel like the guys are going to get sidetracked.
Because the only reason is because this is not developers. Mm-hmm. This is not developers making a remaster. This is the system and the software taking a game and improving a game you already own. So, like when you have the PS5 and you put in, Uncharted 4, you're gonna get a better looking version of Uncharted 4, better than what the Pro does.
Yeah,
and it's a game you already own.
And unlock the frame rate as well.
What does the Pro prices hold on 4K upscale?
You're breaking up.
Your microphone, man. Your microphone.
Broke up. What's up?
Yeah.
How about now? How does it sound now? We good?
Yeah.
And I was like you got a shortage.
What's the performance of Horizon Zero Dawn?
30.
Like 30 upscale 4K 1800p checkerboarded.
Yeah.
Imagine you put in a PS5. Now it's native 60. Just by putting the game in your PS5. All you did was took the game, installed it, whether it was digital or whatever, and boom.
And Kratos. Imagine like you
paid nothing. You didn't pay a dime.
Imagine Gran Turismo Sport. They said that they actually made it for it to be in use with 8K, right? Remember Kat said that.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you imagine that being future proof and it be native 4K, 60 frames per second, or maybe even 6K.
Yeah, but
and hold on, and especially with Gran Turismo, you probably won't see one for like another 10 years. So you better hope they do this. Now I'm just playing.
Well, that's probably the truth, but
but imagine you have a PS5, right? And you put in Gran Turismo, you're probably still playing it, right? And now on your Pro, it's at a minimum native 4K 60 minimum, maybe 6K.
I just again, I'm all for it. I'm not against it. I just want to make sure that this is not starting the trend of something where it's like they're looking backwards instead of forward. That's my only thing on it, because I know how these developers and these manufacturers are. They see where the money's going, because I guarantee you. Do you guys remember some months ago when they had when the backwards compatibility had the Call of Duty, the Black Ops, was it Black Ops 2 or something like that? And it was like #1 in sales, and it's like that was an old game. And I don't want them to. I don't want to see a trend of that.
Bro, but the thing is, it's always good for the game itself, right? As that extra longevity, people would want to go back. They were like, I remember that game. I want to stream it. It's great for the retro gamers out there, man.
Yeah, and this is why.
Are you a retro gamer?
Yeah, and this is
I am. I am, and I keep my sisters. Yeah, I keep my sisters, but I don't. I do not want to have a choice. I don't want them to force me to have a choice. Either you get this new stuff, or we're gonna give you this old stuff.
I don't think this is causing Microsoft's problem. I think it's Shannon Loftus. I think she's the problem, and we're going to talk about that. I think it's her. I don't think it's this backwards. I think it's her 100%. In fact, let's move on to let's finish this topic up. Go ahead, say your pieces. Because we're going to talk about
Well,
this.
I was just going to say, for me personally, this is for me, this was big because now you're adding a lot more value to the console. Now I can officially say I will go buy one, and this is why I also said months ago on another podcast I'm going to wait and see exactly what they bring, because what I saw at E3 was not worth $500. Now, if you're going to give me the ability to go back and play original Xbox games, and with the bonus of it looking better, just the fact that I can go back and play those games to me is big. And then you're gonna let me play the other games. I guess Bethesda with Oblivion, I guess they struck a deal with that adds value. Now I can officially say, once all this hits, once all this is available, it's worth $500. Okay, but because right now it's not. So, and that's no diss to the people buying it. It's what I've seen. It ain't worth it. But now, for me,
how many of those games? How many of those OG Xbox games do you have, Craig? How many discs do you have?
Do I have now? Oh, yeah. None. The OG games, none. But
how much do they cost? How much is
$10?
Selling them?
They're gonna be $10.
Yeah, about $10. But you know what? But this is a positive, bro. You know why? Wait, hold on. This is more of a positive for Microsoft. Number one. Number two, I care about more of the PS2 games than I do these original Xbox games. So if Sony starts doing this shit, then that's a plus. It's competition. It's healthy. It's healthy. Yeah. We need this type of shit, bro. It's healthy.
So, man. Yeah. Hey, I can give you a perfect example.
Well, like Porter Rock said, maybe with Project Pisces, that'll happen. That's have to wait. But I agree with you all day. This is, for me personally, let me make this clear for everybody. I think this is fantastic news. I was very excited about this yesterday. I'm still excited about it now. You can hear it in my voice. So I'm really happy that Microsoft did this, and I'll tweet forever at this point. This is great news.
Bro, just imagine how Shenmue 2 would look on backwards compatibility or Jet Set Radio Future, man.
Because those are Xbox games. That's an Xbox.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, hey, I can give you the perfect example. That way you that did it set your fears to rest. You got Red Dead and Red Dead 2. You think Red Dead that was gonna stop them from making a Red Dead 2 and to stop the sales of Red Dead 2? That's still gonna be a juggernaut. Yeah. Even though that we be able to go back and play the old Red Dead now.
Shit, the only game I'm afraid that won't be made is Gran Turismo 6. I mean, not Gran Turismo 6, is Grand Theft Auto 6. They'll be like, fuck, we could just read the resolution every damn this shit.
Short cards, huh? Yeah, man. Man, they made $1 billion off the short cards.
Well, we're gonna be buying Grand Theft Auto 5 for the next 10 years and shit. I'm like, man. Yeah. The game. But anyway, I want to talk about this. Shannon Loftus, I definitely want to talk about this. All right. I'm gonna be honest. I don't trust that. I don't trust her. She ain't the one. Right? So she had an interview with Game Informer, and it was an extensive interview. But one thing stood out. A couple of things stood out, but this was my biggest thing. They asked her a question. OG, the OG Xbox had Halo, 360 had Gears of War. Does she feel Xbox One has its big IP similar to those two games? Of course, she danced around saying, interesting questions because things are different. But in her mind, the two games that stood out, Quantum Break and Recore. In her mind, I would pay attention. We have to look into the mind of Shannon. This is what I'm scared of. In her mind, Quantum Break and Recore stand out as something similar to Halo and Gears. So
you
now,
mean like that iconic style?
Yes,
right?
iconic. This is Xbox One's iconic game.
She's not a gamer. She's not.
No, like here's my concern. Right, this was a conversation I had with a friend online, and he brought up a good point. So we all know, Halo Master Chief Collection 343 themselves is working on enhancements, for Xbox One. And it's going to come out next year, right? Yeah. Some people have concern that this might delay Halo 6 from being released in 2018, and it might be pushed to 2019. Now, most people don't believe it because everyone. I
believe it.
Yeah. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Yeah. So why? I already know because like Sonic Wolf, it's because it's their big IP, right? It's their big IP. It's their biggest IP.
I feel like they're stalling.
No, here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. Does Shannon Lofton believe it's their big IP? Does she believe, in her mind, now we're looking at her perspective, if she thinks Quantum Break and Recore are on the same level as Halo and Gears, what's stopping her from thinking Sea of Thieves is on the level of Halo 6, so you don't need a Halo 6 in 2018 because you got Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3. That's a big.
In her mind,
Xbox
I'm talking. Never mind. Yeah, not the gamers, not you, not us. Her. We're talking about her who will greenlight decision. What's stopping her from thinking we don't need Halo 6 this year because we got Sea of Thieves and Crackdown?
That's a fact.
I mean, look at it.
See, I just wanted to interject. I just wanted to interject. I just wanted to talk about what you just mentioned earlier, right? Yeah. About would the stuff with the updates for the Master Chief Collection, would it slow down Halo 6? I don't think it would. For one, they usually outsource all these things.
No, they're doing it. No. 343. They already said it. 343 staff is handling it personally. This is not being outsourced. It is literally the developers of Halo. Really? They are spending time doing this, and it won't be ready till spring. Spring, not this year. It's gonna Master Chief Collection's be ready for spring. Who gives a fuck? Hey. Who cares about playing this in 2018?
Yeah. Say Puerto Rock. I don't think it's because of that though. I think that is a filler, but I don't think it's because of that. I think they putting out the filler because of it's not that game. It's more about Anthem. They probably don't want to put the Halo game next to Anthem because they two of a similar genre. They probably want to push that Halo into next year. I mean to 2019 because 2019 because of that. They don't want to release it in that holiday season. I think they try to push it back a little bit. But I don't think they have nothing to do with the reason why they're pushing it back. I think that's just a filler until we get another Halo. Because the story, they already know what the story going to be. The access already there. They ain't got to do that much work because of Halo 5.
I feel like they feel comfortable with the huge lineup they got in the beginning of the year. That Halo, they'll announce it at E3, but it ain't coming out to 2019.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
That's what I feel like.
I think Shannon. I think Miss Loftus thinks Xbox releasing the big guns of 2018. In her mind, Sea of Thieves is probably bigger than Halo. In her mind, I would not doubt if she thinks this is the biggest IP they ever created. In her mind, I have for some reason. Listen. This not. They need to fire her and hire Andrew House. Like, yo, he's available. go get him, bro. Like,
she also said she doesn't have a 4K TV. So
Jesus Christ.
No, she did not say that.
She did say that. She said her and her husband.
Hold on.
What, they live in a fucking tent or what?
Hold on.
That shows you.
Hey, her TV at 8K. She bench has 4K.
No, she's not a gamer.
I'm gonna Google that right now because I think
read the interview.
I think
so. Hold up. So you mean to tell me you mean to tell me that she's pushing 4K so hard that she don't even have a 4K TV?
She is not. She is not. Wolf. She is not. She's not pushing 4K. She's not even pushing the X. Right now, she's not even
pushing games.
Bro, that's what she's pushing Disneyland in 4K. She's pushing that though, right?
That's what I'm saying. She is not a gamer. Phil Spencer's a gamer. The rest of those guys are gamers. She is not, man. She is not. And the less she speaks, the better.
Do you know who they should have hired though? In my opinion, Adam Boyes he used to be at Sony. Now he's at Iron Galaxy. But, while they had the opportunity, they should have grabbed this guy. This guy makes all the deals. This guy is responsible for like half of these JRPGs on this freaking system on the PS4. Even Street Fighter 5, that was his doing.
Yeah.
Just someone like Adam Boyes, man, it would have been perfect for the Xbox.
Man, that'd be like rehiring Donnie B.
Ooh, there you go. Go.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like people say, wait for E3 2018. I'm like, wait for what? You got the wrong general. You got Napoleon on your side. We don't know how.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. Proto Rock. You're breaking up.
Let me back out. I'm back in.
But yeah, like I'm saying, Shannon Loftus, she's not the one, man. I don't think they should fire her or anything like that. But she does
just move around. Shit.
Make her like marketing manager or something like that,
or community manager, some shit.
Or put over the kid games like the Zoo Tycoons and just focus
Family
on
and Friends cubicle.
Bam, there you go, right there. That's what she need to be more focused on that.
Yeah.
Because
here's the thing, guys. What can she do or Phil Spencer do in the short term? We're not talking 2 to 3 years. We're talking in the short term to help stay competitive. Because right now we know.
Here's a problem. Phil had that job. He got promoted, right?
Yeah.
And now he's a made man. He's not going to go back to doing that job. You don't get promoted to do the old job you did.
True.
He's relying on her to do the job. Yeah, he'll write the checks. He'll ask her questions, and she's going to give the fluff answer. Oh, this looks great. This looking great. This looks so good. And he's just going to sit there, listen, and be like, all right, thanks for the update, but I got other shit to worry about, right?
Yeah.
This is on her.
She's the Reggie Fils-Aimé of Microsoft, bro.
Yes. This
sure.
is on her.
Yeah.
Bill's not going to demote himself to do an old job.
But Phil should know. He should know, being in a position he's in, previously, he should know what kind of situation they're in. So he shouldn't even need her information. He knows that they're going to have to deliver some games. He knows that they're going to have to.
And he's probably thinks it will. Listening to her, yeah, we got a great lineup. This is what we're doing. And he's like, okay, cool. Take care of it. I got other stuff to worry about, but keep doing what you're doing. Thanks, Phil. Hey, no Halo 6. Phil would be like, wait, what? No Halo. Wait, what? You might not know till like E3. He'll be like, all right. He'll probably be like, hey, good, Oh, great. And he'll be on stage, and all of a sudden, Halo comes.
He'll be in the office.
He'll be like, what the fuck?
He'll be in the office getting ready for E3 the next week. All of a sudden, hey, did you get my Halo 6 trailer ready? So I can go ahead and get that prompt ready? What Halo 6 trailer?
Halo 6? You like Halo 6. That's a headlining. No. We're going to headline with Sea of Thieves. He's going to be like, what the fuck? We did 20 minutes of that shit last year.
He hits her with a steel chair. You know what I mean?
Like, 2 years straight. He's like,
what are you kidding me? He's like, well, what happened? Well, we were working on, enhancing Master Chief Collection. That broken piece of shit? Like, what? I don't even curse. Oh my God, Shannon, what did you do? Like oh man, I don't know. Phil, you better keep I don't know what to tell you, man. But she ain't
Phil needs to demote that broad right now.
Yeah, like he needs to get somebody else because that ain't it. Like, think about this. When Phil got promoted, she took over the position. So you can say most of the issues that we're having with Xbox in terms of first party output, it's her. It's her watch.
And her mind, it's a video game, so it's fine. It's a game. It's cool.
Donnie D had Phil, so like the Dead Rising 3, Forza, Titanfall, that was all Phil that did all this shit for him. So
yeah, but what if Shannon is just following orders? I mean, if she knows that Microsoft isn't really hunting that type of idea.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. But
she has to do her job, and she's doing it incorrectly.
Hey, y'all think Aaron will do be better for that position? Aaron Greenberg. I know that ain't his position, but he a real gamer, and I think he better spot out what games to bring out what type.
That dude got more. Look,
how about Mikey Barra?
I'm gonna be honest. Nobody from Microsoft right now that you guys are naming is any good for the position that they're in. Okay, let's stop that. Let's stop that now. Man, the only person that I would probably keep, man, is probably Nadala, because he's keeping the dollars coming in at Microsoft.
Well,
everybody else, I'd scrap, and I poach from Nintendo, and I poach from Sony. You can't have a company that's already in, the gamers are all upset and everybody else is upset that the software lineup is looking sparse, and then act like these guys are doing a great job. They're not doing a great job.
Yeah, but Kratos, you need someone that's not only a gamer, but someone who's qualified, someone who could communicate with people all over the world, like Japanese developers, European developers. You understand? They gotta have that great communication.
They need a Peter Moore back. Yeah,
Peter Moore, man, like he was great at communicating with anyone in Japan. Yeah. He knew how to communicate. Shannon Loftus, I don't even know if she can. Yep. She doesn't really understand the core gamer, and that is the problem.
Look, this is what I like. And I'm going to tell you guys, this is what I like about Sony's approach. They're never talking. They shut up. They're in the boardroom. They're delivering deals, and that's it. Even when they come out at E3 and PSX, Sean Layden walks out there. Hey guys, I know, thanks for coming. I'm not saying anything else. I know you don't want my lip service. You don't want to see my ugly mug. Here's the games, and walk off. That is the type
because they can't speak English. Because they can't speak English. The only word Nishida know is no.
No. I mean, but look, that's working for him, right? That means you don't have to learn. You don't have to know how to speak English.
Man, I'm messing with you, man.
Company's ass. That's basically what
is stupid.
Yeah.
The only thing Yoshida knows is 1080p makes you a better gamer. Like, and this is how we trade our games. Like, God damn you,
that was directed to him.
I tell you, yo, that man don't say much, but when he does say something, people remember that shit for years to come, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like the two things people remember from Yoshida.
Yeah.
This is how we trade our games, and 1080p makes you a better gamer.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all he needed.
You can't lie though. You can't lie. That shit was funny. Even to this day, that shit was still funny.
Yo, I knew when he said that, I'm like, man, this ain't this.
That was a low blow. That was such a low blow.
No, not that low blow. I'm like, this is gonna come one day. This is gonna bite us in the ass. Listen, not because this is before the refresh. But I'm saying generally, PlayStation ain't usually the most powerful console on the market.
Yeah.
The only reason it became that way is because non-Magic focused on Kinect. True. If he didn't focus on that, chances are Xbox One would have been the more powerful console because that's would have been their focus. But because of Kinect and they try to keep it within $500, they had to make concessions. And sadly, it was a console. Yeah. But PlayStation rarely is ever the most powerful console. It just never is.
True. That's a fact.
You know, it just never is. So when he said that, I'm like, yeah, in my thought, next gen, like with the PS5 and the next console, yeah, this is gonna come back on them. Like 8K makes you a better gamer, but now it came sooner than later. I was like, this dude's crazy, bro. Why would he say some shit like that? But it is what it is. But anyway,
it worked at the time.
It did work at the time. Now we got to see. We'll see if it works for 1X. I don't think it's gonna work as good because at the end of the day, the console's $500. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not gonna be able to buy. Well, not gonna say not gonna be able to. The way I see it is like McDonald's. You could go to Five Guys and pay $10 for a great burger, but a motherfucker ain't trying to hear that. A motherfucker's just hungry. We're gonna pay that $5 and get that value. You know what I'm saying?
The dollar menu.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All we want is a burger. Granted, Five Guys is a double, baby.
Give me 5 pounds spice.
But that's just like $18 to get fries and a drink.
Yeah.
Man, let me get that $6 value meal for that. You know, let me get that number one for $7. I'm good with that. It ain't the best burger. But fuck it, I got these stomach pains. I'm hungry, and for $7, I'm good. That's how I see it might happen. But anyway, all right. So we're gonna do our shout outs. We've been on this podcast for a good grip. But we're gonna shout everybody out. We'll start off with Iron Wolf, who showed up last. He wanted to put his 2 cents.
Oh yeah. You know, be sure to hit that like button. Do follow me on Twitter, and add me on PSN. We could get down on any game. Destiny, I'm playing right now, I believe. So.
Yo, you gonna be doing any podcasting, man? What's going on, man? What's up, man?
Man, I don't really do that too much, man. But you know, it's just it's down to finding the time, and whatever time I do have, I just want a game, yo. Just want to get them plats.
Okay, I see what you're saying. All right. We're gonna. All right. Damn, you know. But anyway, if you do come back, let me know, man. I'll be looking forward to that. All right, my man, Triple Cup Chuck. What's going on, brother? Let people know where they can find you.
All right, you can find me at Twitter. You can find me on the Xbox. You can find me at YouTube. All at Triple Cup Chuck, Triple Cup, one word, then Chuck. And go on my YouTube page and hit that little subscribe button, or go watch one of my videos and watch me do a magic trick. When you hit the little the like button, I'm gonna make it turn blue for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like voila, magic.
Yo, this dude's crazy. This dude's wilding out. Yo, that's some original shit right there. All right, my man all day. What's going on, brother?
What up? Y'all can find me on Twitter, allday_digital. And I'll see you guys next week, man.
Yo, me and Digital, we're gonna start selling T-shirts that says "Fire Shannon Loftus."
Oh boy!
Oh shit!
All right, we're gonna send y'all the link for $5.
Nope, we're not gonna fire. Just call Shannon's Loftus. Hashtag
relocate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yo, you know we should start protesting, man.
Yeah, we gotta protest or something.
Let's go to Redmond and start protesting.
Oh shit, like
outside the office.
Hashtag
like,
cubicle.
Like hell no.
Go to NeoGaf.
Hashtag where's my stapler?
Like hell no, she must go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's do something. All right. So my man Craig, top flight security of the world. What's going on? Shout yourself out.
Craig Harris of Craig's Corner. Appreciate the Vine, Puerto Rock. Had a great time. Sub to all these guys, people. They're great guys. They're great gamers. Bringing good information. 60 frames, no lag. Wednesday night.
Yeah, hell
Love
yeah.
it.
All right. And my man Speed Racer, what's going on? Kratos.
Everybody, it's your boy J Dub, aka Kratos, the god of PlayStation. It's been a great podcast, man. Everybody here on the panel, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that like button, and Rock again. Thanks for the invite, and again, man, it's always good.
All right. Hey, anyway. Hey, the chat was live, man. Good discussions. Everybody was having a good time. I hope you guys enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. My info's on the bottom, and I'll have everybody else's info on below. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up and donate to PayPal. Fucking sponsor me. Just do whatever the hell you want. But at the end of the day, on the real, I'm glad you guys were able to join and just chit-chat, bullshit with us. That's the most important, man. Just support the channel. Stop by, talk, hit me up on Twitter. That's what I appreciate the most. To the cast, thank you so much for, showing up. I appreciate the conversation with you guys, And of course, and if y'all didn't know, I got an Xbox. If you didn't know, all right? Some people don't believe me. Some people think I'm frauding in these streets. My gamer tag is open. I ain't pulling no K-Mega. Shit ain't private. You can see it. The receipts is out. The Freedom of Information Act, you can check it out. Gamer tag Puerto Rock 77, the same name. Hit me up. We'll play and shit like that. But, that's it. This is the end of the podcast. See you guys next week. Check me out my little videos. I'm trying to cut it down to 5 minutes because motherfuckers complaining that I be doing these half-hour long shits by myself. It's just getting crazy, but it is what it is, man. It's all love. Anyway, again, to the panel, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, brothers. Thank you for rocking out with me, all right?
We out this thing, huh?
No doubt, but we out. Peace.